In this video, I'm going to share with you how you can develop some really good follow-through skills, why you need to have the skills, and what you can do to become very productive and efficient in your line of work, in your business, by having these skills. My name is Rosanna Hernandez. I have a website that's called efficiencyandorganization.com, where I've basically taken everything that I've learned in my life, going through different careers and my educational experiences, and I write about a lot of different skills and topics and techniques that I know will help my readers. I also have a book that's out. It's called Efficiency and Organization, and it also has a lot of these experiences already described in them. When I served as a secretary, I was relied upon to get information for my bosses. That's where I developed some really strong follow-through skills that I've carried with me in my small businesses, in my job now as a boss, in my education, and so on. Following through and following up are two different things, but they're kind of intertwined. So when you follow through with something, it means you're starting and ending what you need to do. So my first way for having really good follow-through skills are by my project folder. I discovered that for me, what was helping was coming up with these folders, just used pocket folders. Inside the folders, I kept paperwork that had to do with what I was working on. So for example, I had a folder for each class I took in college. I had a folder for each fundraiser I was in charge of doing at my school site. I had a folder for when I was applying for jobs, the different interviews I was going to go on, and I reused them over and over again. On top of the folder, I put the topic, like whatever the title was, and then I wrote down everything I needed to do with a check mark on the left-hand side. As I followed through with each task that I needed to get done, I checked it off. I'll give you a really good example. This week on Thursday, I have what's called Coffee with the Principal. So I am currently a school principal, and that's one thing that we do in schools is we hold coffee with the principals where we meet with parents. So I have 3 things that I have written down that I need to do. I need to make the sign-in sheet, I need to write the agenda, and I need to make the PowerPoint for the presentation. As I accomplish each of those things, I'll put a check mark, and that'll be my indicator that that's done. Those things that I needed to do are done. That's called having good follow-through skills, because I'm seeing something from the beginning to its end, to its fruition. So in this case, in the Coffee with the Principal example that I'm giving you, if you notice, I'm doing all those things myself. I'm making the agenda, I'm making the sign-in sheet, I'm making the PowerPoint. As soon as I'm relying on somebody else to help me, that's where it becomes more difficult, because I'm expecting the person to have something done according to my expectations, according to my timeline. This is where I write on the project folder to follow through. So for example, if I ask my secretary to help me with the agenda, I would write it there, and then I have to make sure that the folder is in front of me so I could follow up with her tomorrow or the next day to say, hey, is it done? Can you email it to me? Besides project folders, another thing that's really done wonders for me is my planner and my calendar. So for example, if I'm asking my bank, my credit union, to look at refinancing my house. If I ask them, okay, can you take a look based on the information you have? How much will I qualify for? Can I take money out of the equity? Let's say the person there, the loan officer, is going to look into it and let me know. So I'm waiting for that person. What I do right away is I go to my planner and I write down, like I give them usually like a day and a half, 2 days, and I write in my planner to follow up with the credit union. So one of the best ways for me to follow through and follow up on things is to write them in my calendar, in my planner, and that way it becomes a task and I get the information I need in the time that I need. Outlook is also great for this. So instead of using the planner, sometimes I put things on Outlook, on Microsoft Outlook. So that way it pops up, it gives me a reminder, and I go, oh, I needed to do that, and I follow through, and I'm done. 2 other ways I follow up and follow through is one is emailing myself. So if I'm walking around in my course of work, in my job, and I remember something, I email myself. And lastly, post-it notes. Sometimes when I have something that in the morning I say, oh my goodness, no matter what, I have to stop and follow up on this thing today. So something that I need to do, I write a post-it note and then I put it on my phone. because throughout the day I have my phone with me at all times, and it'll be easy for me to remember with that post-it that I need to do something. If you have strong follow-through skills, I promise you, you're gonna get a lot more done. You're gonna be far more organized, far more efficient and productive, and your chances of getting a promotion are gonna skyrocket. For more ways to be efficient and organized and get a lot done in your life, you can visit efficiencyandorganization.com. You can subscribe on there so you can get tips and information via email from me. And also, I would love it if you could subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so when I have new videos come out, you can be notified. Thank you for being with me, and I will catch you in the next video.